Tony here from Raven Gaming. This is a video in response to Christian's top 5 Spectrum Hit Squad label games. I'm going to do my own now. Obviously I can't do it with the physical cassettes I used to have because I no longer own a Commodore 64. What I will be doing is, for my own memory, one of the games that I actually owned that did appear on Hit Squad label, and obviously it's not going to be copied games. For example, Power Drift, I never had that, but I have a dodgy copy of it. Now these are all the legit titles that did reappear on Hit Squad label, and games that I physically owned and got many hours of enjoyment out of. So, here we go. My first game is going to be one which any C4 owner who's worth their salt had in their collection. I'm going to get this one done first because it's the most obvious one. This is an arcade port by Taito. Yes, it's the almighty Wobble. Everyone had this in their collection. This superb arcade conversion was one of the first games I owned. It came on the Taito's Carpet Collection individually for me, and what sets this apart from the Spectrum and Amstrad games, the Amstrad version was terrible and the Spectrum port, like the Amstrad port, only had 75 levels. Commodore 64 had fantastic music, better than the arcade music in my opinion. All the secrets, the track mode when the game started was ready, the intro mode, and it was just as close an arcade port on the Commodore 64 you were going to get, and a lot of arcade ports on the 64 were quite substandard or iffy, especially when pumped up by Tatex, but no, this was a true gem, a testament to what the Commodore 64 could actually do when programmers pulled the weight together and made a good port. My next Hit Squad game pick, what I owned, is a fighting game this time. One of the best fighting games which I played the hell out of. It's IK Plus. Yeah, Archie McLean did wonders with this game on the Commodore 64. 3 huge sprites that didn't lack detail at all, smooth animation, fluid and fun gameplay, and if you had a friend around you that kicked the crap out of the computer or just turn on each other. There's mini games where you got to bounce balls off a shield, and what's most surprising about this is that this came out 5 years before the bloody awful Street Fighter 2 port on this computer, and it's a testament to the coding genius of Archie McLean that this game still plays well today and it's stood the test of time. Yes, the Amiga port's certainly better, but for me this is a massive achievement and should not be underrated, should not be underestimated, and everyone should play this at least once. My third Hit Squad game I owned is a movie tie-in. It's not Batman, it's not Robocop, it's Untouchables. Even though I owned Robocop on the original dual cassette version and Batman on the Hit Squad label, out of the 3 big movie licenses that Ocean had hands on, this is by far the best. It's got multiple gameplay styles of Operation Wolf style shooter sections. There's a scene where you've got to stop the pram going downstairs, it's in the movie. You've got platforming action, and in the first level alone you've got to take down gangsters in a warehouse, and the music's so well done, it's so upbeat and jolly, and it's got a nice 1920 Chicago vibe to it. It's one of these rare occurrences where the movie is outstanding and the game just follows suit, and I was so happy to own this on the Hit Squad label when I got my hands on it. Absolutely brilliantly done, fantastic stuff. My fourth Hit Squad game is a classic isometric adventure game. Yes, it's Head Over Heels. When I first played this absolutely fantastic game, I was blown away because isometric games tend not to work on the humble Commodore 64 due to the processor being a bit slower. But the more I played it, I realised it did run at a good pace. And the fact that it's got little jingles in between rooms and when you lose a life just had that little touch extra to it. And there's so much to see and do in this game. There's 5 worlds to conquer. It'll be a long time before we finished everything. And it's testament to how good this game has been, because it's got its own updated modern-day PC release. It's just a fantastic game that stood the test of time, and everyone really should go out of the way and play it in any form. My fifth and final game is a take on that classic Breakout style game. It's a game from Imagine 1987 and it is Arkanoid. Another fantastic arcade port on C64, and yet another game I initially owned on the Taito Hits collection alongside Wobble. This is one of these rare occurrences where, again, like Wobble, it plays like the arcade version, it sounds like the arcade version, all the features there, it's bright, it's colourful, and I recall before I got my C64 I had an Atari 2600 and I got the most out of this game by using the paddles on the Commodore to make it play spot on, just like the arcade port. And you know, you can't get better than that. It's just a brilliant port. And if you like Breakout, you'll love Arkanoid on C64. It has everything that the arcade version had. Fantastic. So there you have it, my Hit Squad top 5 on the Commodore 64. Is there anyone else out there who owned an Amstrad Spectrum 64 ST or Amiga? Let us know, and let us know your Hit Squad top 5. Thanks for watching.